Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills and thick ancient forests, lived a couple blessed with two daughters, each as beautiful and unique as the wildflowers that dotted in the land. Their names were Nneka, the elder one, and Adamma, the younger one. From their early years, the villagers noticed the parents' quiet favoritism. Nneka, with her quick temper but radiant beauty, had always been allowed her every wish, even when her desires cast a shadow on Adamma's happiness. The village women would always whisper when they saw how Nneka took liberties, for they feared such indulgence would one day bear a bitter fruit. But as the seasons changed and the girls grew into young women, no one could have foreseen just how deeply this favoritism would shape their lives. Nneka had always been particular. She dreamed not just of marriage, but of a life married to a prince, a man of great wealth and standing who would wrap her in skills and lace and honor her as she felt she deserved. Many suitors had come, attracted by her beauty, but Nneka turned them all away, one by one. They were never rich enough, never grand enough, for her heart had set itself on royalty. Papa, Mama, I want to marry a prince. I want to become a queen someday. Adamma, in contrast, was gentle and humble, content with the simple joys of life. She loved the chirping of the birds at dawn, the cool water from the stream, and the quiet of evening after a day's work. Her heart was pure, and this drew people to her, including a young prince named Chima. He was known for his wisdom and kindness, and he came from a neighboring kingdom. Chima saw in Adamma not just beauty, but grace, and before long, the two were deeply in love. When Chima expressed his wish to marry Adamma, the entire village buzzed with excitement. A prince had chosen their beloved Adamma. Her parents, though happy, were hesitant. They remembered their eldest daughter's high standards and her hope for a wealthy prince. Nneka, they knew, had never accepted that Adamma married before her. When Nneka heard the news, her reaction was swift and bitter. "I will not watch my younger sister wed before me," she declared, her voice icy with anger. "I am the eldest. I deserve to marry first. It would be a disgrace to our family." Her eyes shone with a fierceness that left her parents unsettled, for they knew how they had spoiled her. This went on for weeks, as Nneka had refused listening to her parents or anyone. Their parents didn't know what else to do, as this was causing unnecessary fights in their family. So one day, they called Adamma into the hut that evening. With lowered voices, they said, "Please, our child." Her mother whispered, "My child, you know how Nneka is. She has always wanted a prince. Please, my child, can you wait until she marries? It would bring peace to the family, because Yenwam." Adamma's heart sank, but she respected her parents, and though it pained her, but eventually she agreed to wait. Days passed, and the pain of waiting grew heavy on Adamma. Chima, always patient, assured her that he would wait as long as she needed. But Adamma saw the sadness in his eyes The wait was not just testing her, it was testing them both. Meanwhile, Nneka's envy festered. Seeing how Adamma's love had flourished filled her with bitterness. She couldn't believe that her quiet, unassuming younger sister had won the love of a prince, while she had turned away one suitor after another, holding out for the perfect match. Her frustrations turned into a desperate plan. One afternoon, Nneka sought out Chima, requesting a private conversation. She led him to a quiet clearing by the village stream, where she looked at him with pleading eyes. "Chima," she began, her voice soft and persuasive. "You are a prince. Surely, you know that it is not right for a younger sister to marry before her elder sister. I am the first daughter of my family, and it is my right to marry before Adamma." Chima, though polite, stood firm. "Nneka, my heart belongs to Adamma. I could never love another as I love her. So I ask for your blessing, for her happiness and for mine, please." Nneka's face hardened. "I am not giving my blessing. And if you truly value tradition, you would understand my place as the elder. If you can love Adamma, why not consider me instead? I am also worthy of a prince." But Chima shook his head. "I am sorry, Nneka. My love is for Adamma alone." Anger welled within Nneka. She turned sharply and walked away, fuming. When Adamma heard of her sister's actions, her shock quickly turned to hurt. She went home and found Nneka, confronting her for the first time in her life. "How could you do that, Nneka? How could you?" Adamma demanded, her voice trembling with a mix of hurt and anger. "How could you try to take the one person I love the most in the world? How could you, Nneka? You are supposed to be my sister. You have always been favored, always taking what you wanted, even when it hurts me. Do you think that just because our parents spoil you, I don't deserve happiness?" Their parents, overhearing the argument, looked on helplessly as Adamma finally let out the pain she had buried for years. "You have allowed her to treat me this way all my life," she said, looking straight at them. "I have never asked for much, but for once I want you to see me, to understand how it feels to be in my place." Nneka, standing silent but unmoved, simply crossed her arms, her gaze cold and dismissive. "Adamma, you think you're the victim here. But I have every right to be angry too. You are the one who has what I deserve." Realizing there was nothing she could say to change her sister's heart, Adamma turned away, her eyes stinging with tears. She felt the weight of a lifetime of being overlooked and unloved by her own sister. That evening, she went to the riverbank to find solace in its quiet, allowing her pain to flow with the currents. It was in this solitude that Nneka later joined her. Sitting by the river, silently watching the stars reflecting in the water. The night was still, and in her anger and jealousy, Nneka felt more alone than ever. She wrestled with a gnawing regret, knowing that she had tried to steal the happiness her sister had worked for so patiently to deserve. Days passed, and a change seemed to soften Nneka's heart. Finally, she agreed to a suitor, a wealthy businessman, though not the prince she had always dreamed of. On her wedding day, as she saw Adamma dressed as a bridesmaid, a flicker of remorse passed through her heart. Adamma was there for her, with nothing but joy for her sister, despite the pain she had caused her. When Nneka went to Adamma later that night, she whispered, "My sister, will you ever forgive me for the things that I have done? I didn't even realize how much my actions hurt you. I am sorry." Adamma embraced her. "I forgave you long ago, Nneka. I only hope that we can truly be sisters again." A month later, Adamma and Chima were wed in a joyous celebration. The village celebrated the union of two people whose love had endured, and even Nneka found peace in her new life. She learned at last to appreciate what she had and to cherish the sister who had taught her, through patience and forgiveness, the true meaning of family. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you enjoyed my story. Please kindly drop your opinions on the comment section, and do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Yes. Share this story, share this to your family and friends, and wait for our next story. See you on our next story. Bye.